Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Humza Yousaf has been asked if he will stand up in Parliament and apologise for getting something incredibly wrong again. He was told before he did it that it was a bad idea. He still did it because he's a moron. And this all relates back to when he was the Justice Minister and was getting it all wrong at that point, as opposed to getting it all wrong now. That's the trouble, he's done so many jobs, he's got them all wrong, you never know which particular thing he has to apologise for, given his record. But this particular one was about giving phones to criminals in prison, something that everybody said was an incredibly bad idea that would ultimately backfire. I mean, everybody, even, morons knew this, but not Humza, because, he's not even up to the level of a moron, it seems. But we'll take a look at this to see why he got it wrong and why he is now being asked to apologise for it, because he is such an incompetent buffoon. Here goes. So, Humza Yousaf told to apologise after the folly of giving hardcore criminals free mobile phones is revealed. And we'd said at the time when he did this, it was all issued during the pandemic, called, we've got to give them the phones so they can keep hold of their families and whatever. It was an incredibly mad idea. What on earth possessed them? All phones in a prison must be landline phones and they must be permanently recorded, every single thing. Otherwise, what has happened was always destined to happen. The mobiles were quietly confiscated on July the 31st in yet another humiliating U-turn for the First Minister after more than 8,000 breaches were recorded, including deals, substance deals, and hits ordered from behind bars. Well, who'd have seen that coming? That's right, everybody. Everybody except Humza Yousaf, because he's such an arse. Humza Yousaf's controversial policy to hand free mobile phones to prisoners was abused more than 8,000 times before the devices were finally confiscated at the end of July. Who'd have thought if you gave criminals a mobile phone, they wouldn't carry on their life of crime? Hey, it's stunning, isn't it? If only we'd known, if only we could have foreseen that this would have happened. Anyway, the figures have led to calls for the First Minister to apologise to all those who fell victim to crimes arranged from behind bars. He started the giveaway when he was Justice Secretary in 2020 to help inmates stay in touch with families during COVID lockdowns, and you didn't have to have 2020 vision to see what would happen. Anyway, it was kept on long after the end of the pandemic, despite warnings that prisoners were able to hack the phones to arrange deals and even order gangland hits. The total cost was a staggering £6 million, including £1.6 million spent on boosting phone signals to give criminals better reception, just so that they can carry on with their criminal enterprises just that little bit more efficiently. This is the SNP. Organised crime is what they do. The Scottish Prison Service finally confiscated the devices on July the 31st to be replaced with landline phones in cells that will cost the taxpayer a further £8.5 million. Why not just put a phone at the end of the corridor and they get their phone cards and do it that way, but having to make sure that every phone is permanently recorded? What? Nearly £15 million on prisoners' phones? Are you shitting me? Anyway, at the time, it was not made clear that all the mobiles were to be taken back from prisoners to avoid damaging headlines about yet another U-turn. Oh, it's U-turn after U-turn after U-turn. This man is doing the Viennese waltz, isn't he? Spinning his way through life. All the time. 100% of the time. Turn and turn and turn again. The man must be dizzy. The move has been confirmed by the Scottish Conservatives, along with new figures showing that since 2020, there's been 6,536 breaches of prison mobile phones policy recorded, and a further 1,586 carried out by prisoners on other inmates' phones. The Scottish Tory Justice spokesman Russell Findlay said Humza Yousaf is responsible for gifting every single Scottish prisoner a free mobile phone at an eye-watering cost to the public purse. It is scandalous that these were abused on more than 8,000 occasions, including the commission of serious crimes. If only it could have been predicted that this had happened. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have seen this coming? This failing First Minister should be ashamed, he said. He should explain himself. He should provide an apology to prison officers and crime victims who paid the price for this idiotic and dangerous SNP policy. Well, it's because you've got a dangerous idiot in charge of justice at the time. And now the dangerous idiot is in charge of everything. The Scottish Government issued the first handsets to Cornton Vale Women's Prison and Polmont for young offenders near Falkirk. The free phones were later rolled out to all prisoners in a bid to protect their mental well-being. Screw them, they're prisoners. They're prisoners, screw their mental well-being. They've got landlines in these prisons. They can queue up like they used to do before. They can have their little phone call and then they can piss off back to their cells and think on the folly of their actions that meant them ending up in there in the first place. Mental health. Among those who broke the rules is Robert Warnock, 26, who was sentenced to 11 years for trying to kill a woman and her partner. 11 years? Is that all? And the High Court in Glasgow heard how he used his free phone to act like a gangster and order friends outside the jail to carry out a firebomb murder plot. An SPS spokesman said, "We recognise the importance of those in our care, maintaining contact with friends and family and having access to services such as the Samaritans." Why? Why? If they can't do the time, they shouldn't do the crime. Prison is not meant to be there for people to be cosseted and looked after. It's meant for them to sit in their cells 23 hours a day, get fed slop and given plenty of time to think of all the things they've done that they should have done differently. Anyway, an SNP we've just done that bit. He said the new system will support a range of digital services in the future, enhancing opportunities for learning, rehabilitation and family contact, and to commit even more crimes, because nobody's even going to listen in on these phone calls, are they? The Scottish Government told the Scottish Mail on Sunday that the landline phones would support longer-term ambitions for a range of digital services. Screw them! Absolutely screw them! They're not leisure houses. They're supposed to be houses of pain and suffering. Let them be that. Take all the phones away. Let them just sit there. I don't care. Give their families one ticket a month and then they can go and say hello once a month till they're out. It's disgusting. 15 million pounds. And they were arranging drug deals and hits. Well done. Well done, Humza Yousaf. What a prick. Anyway, coming up. You know, I can think of better ways of spending £15 million than giving prisoners the opportunity to run their organisations from behind bars. And certainly there's people more deserving of it. But this is just an example again of what happens when a moron is given responsibility for things. He makes stupid decisions. The man is an absolute fool in every single thing he does. He gets it wrong time and time and time again. Has he ever actually got anything right? I honestly can't think of a single thing he's ever done that's been right or good or proper or wanted. Nothing. But that's it. You know, it seems to be an idiocracy. You know, it's ruled by the stupid, isn't it? We should stop letting idiots make decisions, because they, without doubt, make the wrong ones. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have a phone, don't let a prisoner use it. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and let's just hope we can get rid of these fools as soon as we can. Bye.